Hey guys, so today I wanted to take a look at Spongebob in an attempt to fuse him with Cooler. Now I struggled quite a bit trying to figure out which crossover I wanted to do with Spongebob, since he's such a unique character in the sense of, you know, he's pretty much a squared box, and trying to keep elements of this character and trying to fuse him with another Dragon Ball Z character. So it took me quite a little bit to settle on doing Cooler. So Cooler is pretty much the brother of Frieza. I think that most of you may be more familiar with Frieza than Cooler. Cooler appears in two of the Dragon Ball Z, two Dragon Ball Z movies. But yeah, so I knew that in order to transform Spongebob, I would have to essentially buff him up a bit. And I did remember when I was a kid, there was an episode where he became like buffed up. I don't know if he was like wrestling or something like that, but I figured that since we had that as part of an episode, it wouldn't be too out of, you know, the realm of SpongeBob to kind of buff him up a bit. So that's what I decided to go with. And as you can see here, I'm struggling a little bit to figure out how this helmet is going to fit on SpongeBob, and it all has to do with his head, since it's so square, and you know, the Cooler character has a round head. I was struggling to figure out which way to place this on him, and right here I'm trying to see if I can put you know, the mouthpiece that Cooler has, and I realized that if I kept that in the drawing, it wouldn't look like SpongeBob just having the nose. So I actually end up scrapping that idea out. And for this one, he almost looks like a Mortal Kombat character. But as you guys can see, for this one, there was a lot of discovery that I had to do, and working with the angles. And here I'm trying to kind of bring out the arm bit so I can accentuate some of his body and his muscles. And yeah, so now I'm here just trying to sculpt out, you know, the best angle to place his posture, as I am, you know, trying to give him like a menacing but cool stance. And as you can see, like that mouthpiece was just crap. It lost the SpongeBob. We lost him right then and there. So, you know, one of the other iconic pieces for SpongeBob is his buck teeth. So I had to bring that back. So I think that between the nose and the buck teeth, you can still recognize that is SpongeBob. So at this point, I'm trying to add some of the armor of Cooler and giving, you know, applying that to his body, and you guys will see that I end up, so my first intention was to keep SpongeBob's body as it was and then just add on some of the features. But as I continue to work through the character, I really do change his yeah, how tall he is, the mass, the size of him. If you guys have seen some of my other videos where I have Patrick or Squidward and all of those, I was able to keep a good amount of what the character looked like and still do a good crossover. But for SpongeBob, at least for me and what I was looking at, I felt that it would be good to switch him up quite a bit. So I picked a different color here to put in the armor just so it would be easier to see. And here I'm adding, so again, I felt that once we switched the body on SpongeBob. I felt like a lot of the character got lost, so I thought that a cool way to keep some of the SpongeBob stuff would be to make kind of like a tie emblem as part of the armor. So that's what I did there with the tie and the red that you guys see. And yeah, here I'm working on the feet. I was going off of, I did remember that in the cartoon, SpongeBob was pretty buffed up. And then like his lower body was pretty much the same. So that's what I was going with at first, but I do end up changing it up a bit. So right now I'm pretty much coming close to being done with my rough draft of him, and I'm gonna start doing some of the outlines for the character. And this is one of the easier parts of drawing, at least for me. It's a little bit more relaxing since you've already done a lot of the quote-unquote architecture of the character, and you know, here we're just going through and making sure we have some good lines and making sure that we get all the parts of the character that we want. Some people do a rough draft to the point where the outlines are just simply you going over it. For the most part, I do work like that, but I do make corrections as I go along. As you can see here, I'm fixing some of the angles for the lower half of the body, and I'm just going in and adding some more details to the arms and things like that, and you know, working on the arms a bit and really giving them a better anatomy. And I'm not the best when it comes to anatomy, but I try to at least get it close to you can at least recognize what's going on. So and yeah, I think I'll just let the rest of the outlines play out here. I did realize that his arm in the back was a little bit too big, since obviously his left side is closer to us, and that means that, you know, that arm, because of the perspective, would look a little bit bigger. So I just made that adjustment there, and now I'm going over. And so I first thought, hey, let me see what it would look like if I painted SpongeBob purple, kind of take the color from Cooler and applying it to the character and seeing how that would look. And I actually reached out to a few friends just to see what they thought about that, and you know, after some feedback, I decided that the purple just kind of took too much away from SpongeBob. So in this case, I do end up changing it back to yellow. And at this point, I'm just I'm using the color picker to grab a lot of these colors from one of my reference pictures here. And then I brought the SpongeBob bag to grab some of the yellow and put that in the character, and get some of the red for the tie and some of the brown orange for the pants. Alright, so I'm just about finishing with the colors that I shared with you guys. I did work on this piece quite a bit after I finished recording. And as you can see, this is one of the attempts that I was going for. But he seemed kind of naked, so I went ahead and I gave him some pants as well to the character. And I think overall it came out pretty good. Another change that I made is that the tie was just kind of like painted on the armor, and then as I was coloring, I made it pop out and made it be more as something that was protruding from the armor. But yeah, man, this piece was challenging, but it was definitely fun to work on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions of any other crossovers that you would like me to do, please let me know. I also want to take just a second to let you know that I did publish a children's book, and it's something that I am very proud of. And if you have a little brother, little sister, cousin, even son or daughter, nephew that you think would want to read this book, please check it out. It's called Noah and Baby Dragon, Why Are You Crying? It was super fun to work on, and I've gotten great feedback, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it. So I hope you guys like this picture. Please check out the book, and I'll catch you next time.